Racism, let's talk about it. I know I touch base on racism all the time in this channel. I've never made a full video about it, so that's what I wanted to do, because this morning I reached out to one of my subscribers, Doet, and I was just thinking about him, man. I just seen him online. I was like, damn, I wonder what he's up to. Quick story about him. He's in Alaska doing some mining. He was in Nevada doing mining. I think he's mining for silver or gold. Though, if you want to comment down below and tell people what you do, that'd be cool. But like, he told me that he's been running into some racism on the job site out there in probably Alaska or wherever he is right now. And he's a black dude, you know what I mean? He's a black dude, and I've said this in one of my videos before. If you go out to a oil field or a mining site, then you're gonna encounter some racism, man. Like, most of the workers out there are white, and they're like super racist white people. Like, they're all about the white race. It's kind of like a gang out there, honestly. It's like the white boy gang. You know, it's like prison out there, man, because they think they have to stick with each other, and a lot of people are just raised that way, that they don't like black people, they don't like anybody that's not white. So it's just one of those things that you have to accept about life if you want to live that lifestyle. And I admire Doet so much for doing that, man, because I can't even imagine, man. Like, I'm a white dude. I've had racist moments in my life where people didn't like me because I'm white and I'm not Mexican or whatever, and just to be out there in the middle of nowhere, being probably one of only the black dudes out there, man, I commend you for that. Because, man, I told him today that God's putting him in that situation because he's strengthening you for what's to come. And I say that because I always think back, like, almost, not every day or anything like that, but I was actually thinking about it in detail yesterday, and I was like, man, I overcame that, so I'm able to overcome this. So once you go through something that's like super duper hard to come over every single day and keep going at it every single day and face that fear, face that adversity every single day, once it's not there, and then in the future something comes up, it's not going to be as bad because you've already been through worse. That's why you have to stomach the storm sometimes. I'm not saying every time. I don't know the exact situation, what's going on out there, but you have to stomach it in order to get to the next level. It's a level up. You know what I mean? I say that because when I was out working on a workover rig, I was a green thumb, you know, or greenhorn, whatever you want to call it. It was one of my first, it was like my second or third actual site. And then the dude was like, all right, time to put you in the derricks. And I never wanted to go in the derricks. I'm kind of afraid of heights, and not something I want to do. If you ever been to the oil fields, like, you know, the derricks it's no joke, but it's the part of being a roughneck. So I was just like, you know, whatever, put me up there. And then, so everything was going good. I was working with my buddy down there. He was operating the machine part of it, sending the pipes up at a good pace so I could actually keep up with it, nice and slow to start, and then boom, boom, boom. And then the fucking tool pusher comes on. I've already had issues with this dude, man. He just didn't like me because I was super positive, worked out all the time, and he was hating on me, man. He was hating on me because he's seen how much energy I have without drugs. He was clearly on drugs, and he was just fucking hating on me, you know what I mean? It was just like, he was one of the dudes that said, we're having a conversation, and he's like, yeah, whenever there's a black person on my crew, I call him nigger. I'm like, man, that's fucked up. I said right to his face, I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up, man. Don't do that around me. He's just like, well, that's just what we do out here. And I was like, man, that's fucked. And so we've gotten into it before, but then, so I'm up there in the derricks, and he's homie, he's an ex-Marine, I forget his name, but he was throwing up the pipe to me like in an orderly fashion, because I'm learning how to undo the pipe and set it down, undo the pipe and set it down. And then the douchebag tool pusher, he comes in and starts slinging the pipe at me, like slinging it faster, faster, faster. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is operating that shit? Because when you sling the pipe up, then he was dropping it real quick. So you sling the pipe up, I have to unlatch, get it over here. So he was slinging the pipe up and bringing it back down before I could even unlatch it. So he was trying to stack the pipe or whatever. I think it's called stack the pipe, the term where the pipe breaks, sending the big ass elevator at me. If I'm not prepared, I'm gonna get knocked off and probably hurt myself very bad or just die. So once I started noticing what the fuck he was doing, I got very fucking pissed. The right then and there is kind of like like again, like I'm thankful for this happening, you know what I mean? Different shit, like the most adversity, it's gonna bring you the most, it's gonna make you grow the most, it's gonna make you learn the most. So I got so pissed off. Like, I'm afraid of heights, very afraid of heights. I got so pissed off, I was in the derricks. I'm really not sure how high the derricks is, 50 or 100 feet, something like that. On the way up there, I was shivering just getting up there, but on the way down, dude, I just fucking grabbed that ladder and was like, boom, 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 because I was ready to kick this guy's ass. And then I screamed at it. I screamed at him in his face. I'm like, dude, you're trying to fucking kill me. This is my first day in the derricks. Like, you got to take it slow. And then he didn't say shit and just went to his truck and ripped me up like a little bitch. Because that's what bitches do, man. Like, and he was a tool pusher in the oil fields, a tool pusher. Like, you don't take shit from nobody, you know what I mean? And then he just snitches on me. I wish he would have just wanted to fight, because I would have fought him. I'm not gonna say I would have won or lost. Probably would have been a pretty good fight, but that's just it just like, I'm glad I yelled at him. I'm glad I stood my ground. I wouldn't have done it any other way, because that dude was a douchebag, like straight up douche. And yeah, you just like, but those situations like that, like when I have like a customer I have a problem with, or a worker I have a problem with, like, because I've been through a situation like that where it was like a life and death type shit, versus like in the accounts of racism. Even though he was a white boy, I'm a white boy too. I act a little bit different because I'm from the East Coast, Northeast, and then he's out in the country and shit. So not knowing who the fuck he is. But, so since I went through that situation, things that pop up in the workplace, things that pop up in relationships, like, I just don't care. Like, I just don't care. Like, unless it's like a life or death situation, I'm gonna react that way. But that was probably one of the last times I screamed at a motherfucker. Like, I screamed at him. Like, I wanted to get down, man. I didn't go after him or anything, because I was waiting for him to come after me, because I know how bitches operate. They want me to put my hands on them so I get arrested, so I'm the bad guy. Then he's like, has a story to tell. That's how bitches operate, man. So keep your hands to yourself. But yeah, so those situations like that, when the most adversity is happening, you just gotta use that as fuel to your fire down the road or the next day to give it power. Don't let it bring you down. That's the hardest part, not letting it bring you down. And how do I not let it bring me down? I work out every single morning. I work out twice a day. I do. So now I've gotten into a routine where it works out perfectly. I was going to the gym every morning when I woke up, but now I do abs right when I wake up. After I have my coffee, after I do a little reading, I do a little advertising. But that's when I do my abs, man. Right there in the morning, every single morning I do abs, like a 20-minute workout, 15-20-minute workout, just to get something fucking, you know, that's the core of everything, man. And since I've been doing that, I feel way more confident. I can run again. Like, there was a while I couldn't really run a mile without fucking thinking I was gonna break my legs, because I put on a little weight, the whole COVID thing, fucking up my breathing, all that. So abs every morning, and then so I do abs every morning, set the guys up on a job, go to the gym, and then I go do quotes or go manage a job site, which I'm not really into managing the job sites anymore because of how busy I am with these quotes. I actually enjoy both, but I do enjoy quotes a little bit more because I'm able to use my personality to my advantage and make people happy. And that's what makes me happy, man, talking to other people. That's why I love doing this YouTube shit, because I can just get to talk to y'all and connect with y'all. But I'm really glad that I reached out to Doet this morning. And if you guys are following me, and I know a lot of you guys comment, and I don't think I've ever personally talked to you, give me a call, man. Give me a call on Snapchat or Facebook. And if you're not following my Facebook, follow my Facebook, because I post there more than anywhere. It's facebook.com/hustlin'is-a-struggle. Or did I change that? I think I changed that to Longview Landscape. Try hustling is a struggle without a G. Then try Longview Landscape, my Facebook. I'll probably put it in the link description down below eventually. But if you're going through that kind of stuff, man, as long as it's not like life or death, it will make you stronger. It definitely will make you stronger. But at the end of the day, you got to decide what's best for you. If you really want to learn that craft and start your own business in mining or oil rigging or whatever it is, and you have to deal with the racism to do it, that's what you got to do. But if you're not going to start your own business in there, and you don't see yourself doing that for 20 years, then I would suggest you get out of it, man. You know what I mean? Like a racist situation like that, like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I've worked at a landscape company down in South Florida, and I was there for about a year, but then I work with nothing but Spanish people, and I connect well with Spanish people. I just don't speak Spanish, so there was, of course, there's racist times, there's prejudice times, because everybody else is speaking Spanish and you're not the one speaking the language, so you know you're left out. You're left out on jokes all the time. The vibe is off. You know, like a lot of these guys from South America, they can be very racist, but I'm not even racist towards them. I actually only employ people from South America because they work. They actually work when Americans rarely do work. But yeah, then it just got to the point the money wasn't worth it. The money was not worth putting up with that shit. Like, it just wasn't. Like, it just wasn't. Like, for example, like, if a tool went missing or something broke, and it clearly wasn't my fault, it would always get blamed on the fucking gringo because they think I have money or they think I can just fucking do it. I'm like, dude, if I had money, you think I'd really be a landscaper? You know what I mean? Like, probably not. Probably not. You know, and back then I hadn't leveled up, so, you know, it is what it is. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already and you're new to this channel, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We touch on a lot of subjects that other channels will not touch. I say things that other people won't even say. Because I don't give a fuck. I want to help you guys out. And if that means pissing some people off, that means pissing some people off. I want to help that one person that really needs to hear this. Let's go.